Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I am going to share with you a powerful story. A story that does not belong to one person, but belongs to life itself. A story about why people quit too early, and why so many dreams, goals, and possibilities are lost because someone stopped right before success arrived. This story is not just for your English practice. It is for your spirit. As you listen, you will practice English fluency. You will hear rhythm. You will learn new expressions. But beyond the words, you will learn a truth that has the power to change your future. Imagine a field, a wide, empty field under the burning sun. A farmer steps into it, holding a small bag of seeds. In his mind, he sees a golden harvest. He imagines tall plants rising, food filling his barn, and abundance in his home. With hope in his heart, he digs into the soil. He drops in the seeds. He covers them carefully. He waters them faithfully. Then he waits. The first day, nothing. The second day, nothing. A whole week passes, and still the ground looks the same. Dry, empty, lifeless. He grows worried. His neighbors laugh. They say, "You are wasting your time. Look, nothing is happening." And inside his heart, a voice whispers, "Maybe they are right. Maybe the seed is dead." But what he cannot see is that beneath the soil, something is already alive. The seed is breaking. The roots are reaching. The miracle is beginning in silence. If the farmer keeps watering, he will see the green sprout. If he keeps waiting, he will see the harvest. But if he stops too soon, if he quits before the seed rises, all his work will be wasted. And this is exactly how life works. Success is a seed. Dreams are seeds. They take time to grow. They grow in silence. They grow when you cannot see them. They grow when everything looks empty. Most people fail not because the dream is impossible, but because they quit too early. They stop watering. They stop believing. They walk away when they were only one day away from seeing the green sprout. Now imagine a miner deep inside a mountain. His lamp is weak. His hands are tired. For weeks he has been striking the stone. The tunnel is long. The air is heavy. He has filled carts with rock, but found no treasure. Frustrated, he says, "Enough. There is nothing here." He throws down his tool. He leaves the tunnel. But what he did not know is that the gold was just a few inches away. 3 more strikes, and the stone would have broken. Just 3 more strikes, and he would have held the treasure in his hand. He quit too early. This is one of the greatest tragedies of life. People stop digging, people stop watering, people stop running when they are closer than they think. The finish line is hidden behind the next corner. The sunrise is waiting beyond the darkest hour, but because they cannot see it, they give up. Think of someone running a long race. At first, the runner feels strong. The crowd cheers. The air is fresh. The road feels exciting. But halfway through, the legs begin to hurt. The lungs burn. The runner feels weak. And then comes the hardest moment, when the finish line is almost near, but the body screams, "Stop!" Many runners slow down here. Some even quit. They collapse on the road, not knowing that the line was only a few steps away. They lost not because they lacked speed, not because they lacked talent, but because they quit too early. The night sky teaches the same truth. If you watch the night carefully, you will see how it feels coldest and darkest just before the sunrise. That is the moment when many people lose hope. They say, "The night will never end." They close their eyes. They stop waiting. But if they had held on just a little longer, they would have seen the light spread across the horizon. Life is like the night. Your hardest moment often comes right before your victory. History also tells this story. Great discoveries were not made on the first attempt. Great inventions did not succeed immediately. The light bulb was not created in one try. It took thousands of failures. The airplane did not rise on the first design. It crashed many times. If the inventors had stopped after their first failures, the world would still be dark. The skies would still be empty. But they refused to quit too early. They kept going. They trusted that the seed was growing beneath the soil. Now think about learning itself. Imagine someone learning English. At the beginning, they are excited. Every new word feels like magic. Every new sentence feels powerful. They say, "I will be fluent quickly." But then the hard part begins. Grammar feels confusing. Pronunciation feels strange. Speaking feels embarrassing. They practice, but progress feels slow. They wonder, why am I not fluent yet? Why do I still make mistakes? And many people stop here. They quit. They walk away from the journey, not realizing that fluency was already forming inside their brain, inside their tongue, inside their ears. If they had practiced a little longer, if they had listened a little more, they would have reached fluency. But they quit too early. The same happens in health. People begin exercising. The first week, they feel pain. Their muscles ache. They see no change in the mirror. They feel disappointed. And so, they quit. But the change in the body was already happening, inside the muscles, inside the blood, inside the heart. One more week, and the results would have shown. But they stopped too soon. The same happens in relationships. People build trust, they care, they give. But when the first conflict comes, they quit. They forget that every strong bond takes time, patience, and forgiveness. They let go before love has time to grow deep. In every area of life, the pattern is the same. The seed needs time. The gold needs more strikes. The sunrise needs patience. The finish line needs one more step. But people quit before the reward arrives. Why do people quit too early? They quit because they confuse slow progress with no progress. They quit because they listen to doubt more than hope. They quit because they want instant results in a world that moves slowly. They quit because they cannot see what is happening beneath the surface. But the truth is, growth is always happening. Change is always moving. The seed is always alive, even in silence. Think of life as a long corridor full of doors. Behind one of these doors is everything you dream of. Success, joy, peace, purpose. You knock on the first door, silence. You knock on the second door, silence. You knock on the third door, silence. Frustrated, many people stop. They walk away saying, "There is nothing here." But what they do not know is that the very next door was the one that would open. This is how the universe works. It hides the treasure one step beyond your patience. It hides the answer one step beyond your doubt. It hides the gift one step beyond your fear. So what should you do? You must remember this lesson. When the road feels long, keep walking. When the seed looks dead, keep watering. When the tunnel feels endless, keep digging. When the night feels dark, keep waiting. Because often, your victory is already on its way. Quitting too early is like walking out of a movie before the ending. It is like closing a book before the best chapter. It is like leaving a concert before the final song. You miss the most beautiful part simply because you were not patient enough to stay. Do not let that happen in your life. The story teaches us this. Progress is often invisible before it becomes unstoppable. At first, nothing happens. Then slowly, small signs appear. And then suddenly, everything changes at once. But that sudden moment only arrives for those who refuse to quit too early. The world belongs to the patient. Success belongs to the stubborn. Victory belongs to those who keep walking when everyone else has stopped. So, my friend, whatever you are facing, whether you are studying, working, building, healing, or dreaming, remember this truth. Do not stop halfway. Do not let go when it feels hopeless. Do not confuse slow progress with no progress, because you never know. Your treasure may be one strike away. Your sunrise may be 1 minute away. Your finish line may be one step away. Hold on. Keep going. Do not quit too early. And that is the story for today. You have practiced your English. You have practiced your listening. But more than that, you have received a lesson that can guide your life. The lesson is simple but eternal. Never stop when you are close. Because most people lose not by failing, but by giving up too soon.